Happy Friday, everybody. I hope y'all had an amazing week or Friday. And man, this week I'm just excited to talk about one major thing I hope Oda reveals this year, and that is the unknown bounties for many historical One Piece characters in the One Piece verse. There's so many One Piece characters that Oda has not dropped their bounty numbers yet. And I'm just like, Oda, when are you going to drop these characters' bounty numbers? Because it's just like their bounty numbers have remained a mystery ever since they've been introduced. Like in last year's Vivi card, we finally got bounty numbers of certain characters such as the Toboropo, all these characters, right? But there's still more characters that I hope Oda decides to, introduce their bounty numbers because it's just crazy how some of these characters that have been around. Like for example, Mihawk. Mihawk is one of the earliest characters in this series. He appeared like in he appeared in the earlier parts of One Piece, and to this day, out of all the warlords, Mihawk is the only one that we don't know of his official bounty. So it's just like Oda, man. When are you gonna drop these characters' bounties, man? Because all of us One Piece fans are waiting for Oda to drop these bounty numbers. But anyways, if you're new to the channel or returning viewer, please hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel as it helps out and it shows you like to see more One Piece videos from me in the future. And also, let me know down in the comments below if you'd like me to discuss a different anime series besides One Piece on the channel. But anyways, let's first start off with two characters on this list. So this list is not in any particular order. I'm just gonna name the character that I have randomly in my head. So the first two characters that I have on the list are characters from the notorious Blackbeard pirate group, and those two are Catarina, Devon, and Shiryu. So these two characters we first learned of back in Marineford when Blackbeard was trying to get all these different notorious pirates for his pirate crew, and we first saw Shiryu and Catarina Devon for the first time. So the Blackbeard Pirates, I wanted to know their bounty numbers, right? I want to know all the Blackbeard members' bounties, right? But the two characters that I want to know the most of is Catarina Devon and Blackbeard's right hand man Shiryu, because these two they intrigue me the most, not just because of their devil fruits, man. Like Catarina Devon's devil fruit, her ability to shapeshift into any character that she desires, and then Shiryu, man, he has a badass design, and I want to know his history with Impel Down and the Marines before he would later be sent down into Impel Down. Like I want to know these characters' histories, and I want to know their bounty numbers when Oda hopefully reveals it later this year. Like, is sure you gonna have a bounty that's over 1 billion, like 1.5 billion berries, something like that, or is Catarina Devon gonna have something like 380 million berries? Like I want Oda to introduce these characters' bounties to us because bounty reveals in One Piece always make me hyped, no matter what character it is. If it's some huge character in the series, I want to know their bounty. But after those two, I want to know Boa Hancock's true bounty. Like we know her current bounty, which is 80 million berries, but we also know that that bounty number that she has currently right now has been frozen. So it's just like Boa Hancock, what's her true bounty number? Like I hope Oda showcases that when we hopefully see Boa Hancock again in the storyline later this year. Like, has her bounty increased to like 380 million berries, 480 million berries? Like, I really hope Oda does something with Boa Hancock and her true reveal of her bounty number later this year. And then after that, Dracule Mihawk. Now, Dracule Mihawk, as I said before in this video, he's one of those earlier characters that we still don't know much about. His backstory, his true bounty number. We don't know that much about Mihawk. So I hope when Oda shows Mihawk again, we get a more exploration to Mihawk's character and his official bounty number. Like, since Mihawk is widely considered to be the greatest swordsman, his bounty should possibly be something high. Like, I'm not expecting it to be like 1 billion or something like that, like how some of these other characters are. But a whole lot of people are expecting his bounty to be huge. But I don't know, man. Oda might do that thing where he lowers Mihawk's bounty very low, like how Weevil, Doflamingo, and all these other former warlords' bounties don't increase higher than 1 billion berries. So Mihawk's bounty might be around the 400 million or 580 million mark, but who knows? It might pass 1 billion. Let me know down in the comments below what you think Mihawk's bounty will be if Oda decides to reveal it this year. And now this one is a very tricky one that I looked up, like, and that is Aokiji. Now, unlike all these other characters on this list besides Shiryu, Aokiji was a member of the Marines. He was one of their top three admirals, and he's been with the admirals. I mean, with the admirals, he's been with the Marines since he was a very little kid, and now he defected from the world government after he lost to um, Akainu to become the fleet admiral, and now Aokiji is now working with Blackbeard, which is crazy. But unlike all these other characters that I said that might not have that huge increase of bounty, I believe that Aokiji's bounty is going to be huge compared to the other characters. Now, why is that? Well, Aokiji, of course, is one of the strongest Marines that we've ever had in the series. He was an admiral. He knows all about the Marines. He knows all about the world government. And now that he's no longer affiliated with the world government, now that he's an enemy of the world government should like take issue with that. Like, hey, one of our top guys for years is now against us. He's now working with Blackbeard, someone that we want to capture. This isn't good. And besides that, Aokiji knows all about the genocide of Ohara. He knows about what they did at Ohara that day. He knows all about that stuff. So Aokiji one day could just spill his whole beans about Ohara and the world government is finished. So I feel like the world government could possibly issue some huge bounty to Aokiji just because of all the stuff he knows about the world government, the Marines, and how dangerous he can be to the Marines. Now, what could his bounty be? Unlike these other characters, I believe his bounty might increase to like it might be over 1 billion berries or even 2 billion berries. Because I said before, he's a former admiral and he knows so much about the world government, and he has so much information that the world government wouldn't want being spilled to anybody. Like for instance, Blackbeard or the general audience in One Piece. But at the Aokiji, we have the Dark King Rayleigh himself. Now, I have Rayleigh on this list because of the fact that he is a part of a group known as the Roger Pirates, who were the only pirate crew in history to be successful in fighting a One Piece. And Rayleigh was the right hand man of the Pirate King Goldie Roger. And we know that Goldie Roger has the highest bounty in the series, having over 5.5 billion berries as his bounty. So Rayleigh, I'm expecting this bounty to be, I don't know, like possibly like over 2 billion, even 3.5 billion berries. But who knows? Since he's a right hand man, his bounty might not be that high, but who knows? He's part of a crew that was able to find the One Piece all those years ago. So who knows? And he's a veteran now. His knowledge could be used in the wrong way that the world government doesn't want. So his bounty is possibly huge himself now. Speaking of huge pirate crews, let's talk about the Red Hair Pirates. Three members of the Red Hair Pirates who are commanders under Shanks, and those are Yosep, Ben Beckham, and Lucky Roo. Now, these guys, I feel like Oda's gonna dive into them in One Piece Film Red, even though One Piece Film Red is not canon, but who knows? And besides all the stuff that he said, where he's gonna be diving into Shanks sooner than we think, I feel like he's also gonna be diving into the Red Hair Commanders too this year, or even in 2023. So Yasu's bounty, what could it be? I'm thinking his bounty might be 1.1 million berries or 1.2 billion berries. And then from Ben Beckham, I'm thinking that his bounty might be 1.5 billion berries or even 2 billion berries. And then as for Lucky Roo, I think his bounty would just be 1 billion berries. Because of the fact that Shanks, one interesting thing that's said about Shanks and his pirate crew is that it's not Shanks that's like dangerous that makes him like that makes the Red Hair Pirates the most dangerous pirate crew out there. It's said that the Red Hair commanders that are under Shanks that makes them one of the most deadliest pirate crews right now in the series. So I want to see what they're capable of. I want to see where their bounty range is, and I want to see what made these guys be so notorious to where everybody's scared of the Red Hair Pirates. Like how when they randomly showed up at Marineford, they were able to stop the whole war just because of their mere presence at the war. Like I hope Oda dives into the Red Hair Pirates and the Commanders this year. And the other one that I have is Rox D.Xebecs. Rox D.Xebecs, even though we saw the whole stuff in 2019 with his reveal and the Rocks Pirates, we still don't know that much about rocks D.Xebecs, and I'm hoping Oda dives into his history and of course his bounty reveal too, because I'm thinking that Rocks D.Xebecs has one of the highest bounties in the series. I'm thinking his bounty is possibly over 4.5 billion berries because at one point in time, Whitebeard was under him, Kaido was under him, Shiki was under him, Big Mom was under him. Literally, all the big pirates that we know of now in the series, all the Yonkos, they were all under this guy at one point in time in the series. So I'm thinking his bounty might be high, and I hope that Oda dives into Rocks D.Xebecs this year. And then there's even theories that Shanks is connected to Rocks D.Xebecs in some type of way, or Blackbeard, which I don't believe. But who knows? Anything can happen in the story arc. And the last one that I have on the list is Monkey D. Dragon. I feel like out of all the characters in the series, I feel like Monkey D. Dragon is the character that's going to surpass Goldie Rogers having the highest bounty in the series because Monkey D. Dragon is the most wanted man on the planet. He's the guy that's trying to overthrow the celestial dragons. He's the guy that's trying to take down the world government. And besides that, he's the son of Monkey D. Garp, and he's the father to the biggest rising young pirate in the series, which is Monkey D. Luffy. So I'm hoping Oda reveals Monkey D. Dragon's bounty soon this year. Now, what could his bounty be? I'm thinking that Monkey D. Dragon's bounty might be. It might. I'm like this might be like too much, but I'm thinking his bounty might surpass 6 billion. Like it might be 6 billion, or it might be a little bit over Goldie Rogers' bounty. But who knows, man? Like just talking about last week's video on what I'm like hopeful to see this year with One Piece. I'm really hopeful Oda drops more unknown bounty reveals this year because, as I said before, bounty reveals are one of my favorite things in the One Piece storyline. It just makes all of us One Piece fans hyped to see what type of numbers these guys have. Like how we all went insane when Oda dropped the Yonko's bounties and Goldie Rogers bounty 3 years ago. That was very like hype, man. That made everybody go crazy with the bounty reveal. So I'm hoping Oda does something like that with Monkey D. Dragon, Rocks D.Xebecs, Mihawk, Boa Hancock, Akoiji, and Rayleigh soon in the story arc. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below what you think their bounty numbers are. Like, what number would you give these characters if you could in One Piece? And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel as it helps out. And should you like to see more videos from me in the future. And as I said before, if you want other anime topics besides One Piece, let me know down in the comments below. If you like Bleach, JoJo, or even Hunter x Hunter in the future of this channel. And yeah, I hope y'all continue having a nice Friday/weekend, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.